Have you ever wondered how to dance coordinating the upper part with the bottom one into one breathing rhythmical action? If yes, you're in the right place because that's what we are focusing on today. Hello everyone and welcome back to Every Heart Can Dance. This is Kyryl and today we're going to imagine our body being a hot air balloon. The top part is light and stretching with every step we make, whereas the bottom part is very heavy basket being grounded to earth. And that's the focus that we're going to be feeling today with every dance that we're doing in Latin. It's not actually only for international Latin, but I think it's for all the Latin dances that are there. Now, the topic of coordination of upper part and the bottom one into one meaningful and rhythmical action is super hot. And it's always being asked by students in person and online. Hey Kyryl, I'm focusing the bottom one, but I don't know what to do with the top one. Or it's not enough. Or I'm focusing on doing something with the upper one and I'm getting stuck because the bottom one is not moving. It's true, and this is the key. We always connect into one action. We do not isolate. You just created a video talking about isolations in the body. Let me elaborate. So we do create isolations to practice feeling and rhythm and volume of certain body parts. But when we actually dance and move, we do not isolate, we get stuck. There is always connection between them two, and they're never separated, they're always connected. Let me elaborate further. So your hips and legs, it's just like basket filled with sand. It's always super earthy and grounded. Whereas your thigh sides, just like the balloon, is breathing with every movement. However, there is a netting around the balloon that is always connected to the basket. They cannot be separate. They cannot move separate, otherwise it will fall. We get stuck. So, it's all about connection, coordination, but not separation. Okay? Let me show you how. Alrighty guys, here's super easy explanation how to coordinate, how to move the side and be still together and rhythmical. We have three main axes in our body. Axis number one, from inner part of the neck, through inner part of the ribs, through the inner part of the hip, along the groin, on the leg, and goes towards the arch or towards the ball. Number one. Number two is exactly the same on the other side. So from the inner part of the neck, inner part of the rib, inner part of the hip, and going towards the foot. That's how our balance position is. Legs are strong. Number three axis is the spine in the middle, and the spine is always connected to the back. That's why we're closing this part in. The middle part will never go out. So every time we dance, every time we move, we always move from one axis to another. Now, regardless whether you're doing more fun, a bit more kind of social, more salsa, I'm not sure, bachata, yes, you can do it with the softer knees, or even if you're doing international style Latin, you will still have an axis that you're standing on. So watch me now. So for now, this leg is straight, and I'm just relaxing right here. This hip goes up, this hip goes down. I'm standing along this axis. Nothing is falling yet. So this relaxation and slight rotation will create a reaction to this side. If your body is aligned and the muscles are turned on, so you're not falling out, so during the release, we're still standing on the leg. With that rotation, this side will start moving. Don't move the body. Make sure your shoulders are staying. So the shoulders are always pinned. So whatever rotation and the body is moving, the opposite one, the shoulder and the side always countering. So they're always stretching against each other. Okay? So, and the moment I'm stepping, I'm going back to the neutral. I'm relaxing and stretching, slight rotation, again the other side. Even if we do something a bit more social, a bit more fun through the knees, the idea is still going to be the same. Through this knee, we're pressing, relaxing, that's the side going. We're going to go making the next step. Now, if you notice right now, the key is not to separate. I'm not separating. See, I'm not falling. See, the moment that happens, I cannot push away from the foot. I'm releasing, I'm rotating, I'm still on this foot. The body, the side starts to go, and then I push you away still from the standing leg. So we are always stepping under the moving body. So which means my side will always start and the bottom one will come under. Just like hot air balloon. There is a balloon and then the basket moving, but they move together. Or like a sail and a ship. There is always, wind is blowing, the sail is stretching, and then they still move together. There is no disconnection. Okay? So the key is still towards the standing axis. Release rotation. That's the reaction we create with the side. Do not overstretch. Do not overact with the side, because the side is the reaction. Think in this way. Our side is divided in two parts. So if our side is from the shoulder to the hip, it's divided in two parts. The bottom part and the upper part. So the bottom part is always connected to the leg. So there's a line from the inner part of the leg through the groin up to the rib. And when you release and rotate, this part is together. As a reaction, we move only with the top part of the side, okay, against the shoulder. That's it. I'm still breathing, I'm still moving with the body, and the moment I'm stepping, so body starts, the moment I'm stepping, it comes, the bottom part comes under, I'm back to neutral, I release and move. Think in this way. Even when we're starting to move from the neutral, natural position as standing, we're not moving with the legs. We're never starting with the legs. We're always starting with our body. So kind of getting ourselves out of balance, and then we move. And that's the key for our dancing as well. It's not just about the bottom part and the legs. It's always about coordinating them together. So we're connected, release, rotate, that's the side. Body starts to move more, and we push away, and the bottom part arrives, connects to neutral, and the other side starts right away. That's another point for you guys to be aware, that there is no moment when we're just standing and neutral, nothing happens. The moment neutral position happens, the others, and we release, the other side already moving. Hence, we're staying always in balance because we keep on moving. If you feel unbalanced, it means you got stuck somewhere. You have a bit of perhaps momentum, you get stuck and it's falling. We want to have always release, rotate, the side going, we're making a step, arriving in the bottom, right away release, and the other side right away going. So the sides always moving. Remember that the middle part always stays in. Does this make sense? And here it is, guys. That's how we coordinate our top and the bottom part into one movement. And I will give you this kind of slightly philosophical view of this, yes? You've heard of yin and yang. Actually, the proper way to pronounce it is yin-yang, because there is no disconnection. There is no yin and yang. They cannot be separate. They cannot be separately existing. They're always part of each other. Same with our movement, it must be part of each other. We cannot just the bottom part moving or the upper part moving. We can practice one, we can focus more on one, but we move it as one piece. So every time we are going, releasing, going down, we actually stretching. During this moment, internally, we are as long as the stretches as the reaction we can go. We cannot just go down, 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 and then expect to go. Make sense? So it's very natural, and we always breathing. Again, yin and yang. There's always in and out, in and out. That's what has to happen in our body. When you're making a step, release, side goes. I'm making a step, next one, and next one, and next one. It continues to stretch. Anywhere you go, it continues to alternate. And that alternation happens in the middle. That's the middle point. Go through, and the next side goes. Very beautiful. Now, we can still focus on one. We should. And the focus is always going, the priority, towards the bottom part, because that's how we connect it to the floor. That's how we can feel our weight being carried. Okay? We can push away. So the upper part, through the proper posture, is the reaction. We can enhance it a little bit more, but the bottom one is always the priority. So think the focus is 1. Okay? We don't want to switch focus back and forth. We're going to lose it. So the focus is towards moving the weight, releasing it. Side is going, but we're still thinking, we're still feeling how our legs are pushing. That's why in the rumba walk video, I was emphasizing this part. The upper part, through the proper posture, is the reaction. I hope this makes sense, guys. Please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to explain and add a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following. I'll be looking forward to see you next time. And please remember, every heart can dance. Bye now.